Hey guys, welcome back to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the third installment in the Guinea Pig series, Mermaid in a Manhole. This is a Japanese film from the Guinea Pig series. As said before, the Guinea Pig series was a, I don't know what the phrase is for them, like a body horror series from the 80s, the most famous of which was like episode 2, Flowers of Flesh and Blood. That's the one with the guy dressed up as a samurai who anesthetizes a woman and dismembers her body. Yeah, this is one of the most famous, controversial series of all time. Don't really want to watch Flowers of Flesh and Blood just yet, but I decided I'm going to check out Mermaid in a Manhole. The plotline of Mermaid in a Manhole is basically... if you've read Sandman, I don't know if they've shown it in the TV series yet or if they're going to, but there's a segment that talks about this guy is coming up with all these different stories and stuff, and one he imagines is that William Shakespeare has a muse trapped in a cage in his attic or whatever, and he stabs her with his quill in order to write plays. Actually, there's another story in Sandman of a guy who actually captures a muse and stuff. It's kind of that story. But yeah, it's really an excuse to explore body horror, explore practical effects, gore effects, and stuff like that. You know, sick shit that people wanted to do in the 80s. And while I don't love sick shit that people did in the 80s, I'm not above it. And I've always been kind of curious. So yeah, it's the Halloween season. Let's check out Mermaid in a Manhole. And warning for content, obviously. And before we get started, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more old obscure art house films. Alright, let's watch Mermaid in a Manhole. I actually haven't watched a lot of these kind of movies from this time, like Cannibal Holocaust and Mondo Kane is not the exact same thing, but while I've been curious about them, or August Underground, I'm not prioritizing them with my time. It seems like they're shock for shock's sake, and that's cool. It's just if I'm gonna watch shock stuff, I kind of want there to be some sort of artistic aim to it. But kind of like kink. I think of horror movies as kind of just exploring your limits, seeing what genuinely disgusts you, what titillates you, what unnerves you. Interesting means of exploration. And so it is fun to see what an artist in the 80s conceptualizes horror versus a director in the 90s who's going through the midst of the Lost Decade or the sarin gas attack. Different perceptions of what exactly is horrific, what is bodily, what is disgusting or engrossing.
草いなくなって平気なのかしらね。さあねって1ヶ月経つのよ、奥さん逃げて。大体ほら海自然と思って昼間からどこ行くのかしら。ねえ、あれ。
So you go further explore in the sewers. If you want a less graphic sewers exploration, Japanese horror, Japanese body horror movie, eldritch horror movie, you can check out Marabito, which is from 2001, 2002.
失われた美しいもののすべてが眠っている。失われてしまった時間のすべてがこの暗黒の中に閉じ込められている。
And with the 80s, the advent of shooting on video, allowing smaller producers, productions to proliferate.
子供の頃よく遊んだな。魚カエル。
Advances in the history of film, Super 8 to video to digital.
みんないなくなってしまった。
Putting the medium back in the hands of local independent filmmakers and their sick ideas. Okay, if you're gonna sketch it, you should probably turn the light on it instead of on yourself so that you can't see it. I love the idea that he brought his fucking white smock with him. You could get it.
ずっと昔ここがまだ川だった頃、僕は君と会ったことがある。
It's Haku from Spirited Away. You were the spirit that saved me when I fell in the river. I knew you were good.
君はあの時の。どうした？
That's how it starts. The hunger. The rage that turns good men into villains. I don't remember what that fucking trailer was.
ずーっとこれからずっと書くよ。
Oh man. White guys are gonna be so pissed that this mermaid is Japanese. She's supposed to have red hair. It's getting bigger. Dude, this girl is snatched. Her waist is snatched. Those pustules are snatched. I can't believe he has his canvas portrait side up. He's doing... Do it landscape. She's in a tub. What are you thinking? I always wonder how they get actresses, East Asian actresses, especially in like pornish movies or like pink movies, how they get them to look this sweaty. This is a thing of like figuring out what your disgusts are. The raw fish is not making me disgusted. The pustules aren't making me disgusted. But whatever that blended drink is making me feel really weird. Bisexual lighting. Feeling it. Yes, queen.
本当にやるのかい？
And again, about testing limits.
七色の排気で私の体の中は汚れています。この出来物の中には七色の海が溜まっているのです。早く。Naruto-kun.
I wonder how they'll get this effect. How much blood is going to come out?
体中に海が溜まって苦しくてたまらないのです。
Okay, so they won't show that. The things I do for love. Just so you know, human fluids oxidize very quickly. Those are going to change colors on you fast. So think of a way to utilize them or to preserve them. Otherwise, all of this will be for naught. Keep going. She hasn't said stop yet. It's a very chaotic painting session. No plans whatsoever for what kind of colors he was going to use. I feel bad that this actress has to be, like, in whatever temperature water that is for this entire shoot. Also, why would he paint with a green light on? Isn't that going to affect how he sees the painting? Shouldn't he use a neutral light? I feel bad. This entire shoot, she has to be in this tub, submerged, and in extensive extensive prosthetics. That's cool though that her pustules have taken on the kind of look of coral. That's a nice touch. I actually don't hate it. You definitely get the feeling that this this subject that he's painting is like wet. It's a cool effect. Just an extra level of squeeze. Animal abuse by contributing to the market, the industry of animal labor and film. They marketer that industry, and you could say like kind of perpetuated, treated well, and they had nope isn't singular industry in the U.S. and by contributing to the market. Not like I'm saying it's like a multifaceted issue. Nice. That's gross. I'm willing to concede that that's gross. I'm a little... I mean, that's cool. That poor actress. Props to the makeup team. Props to the makeup team. I always love when they manage to make it like a head wound look like it's going into the brain as opposed to coming out of it. Obviously, whenever you make makeup, it has to be additive as opposed to subtractive, but little things that they could do to make an injury look concave. Babe, you up? Babe? Babe, you okay? Babe? You up? Babe? Babe? Question mark, question mark, question mark? This is what it feels like to be in love. You're like, look at me. Don't look at me. I've got pustules all over my body, but I want you to look at me. I'm also vomiting worms, but please look at me. Paint me like one of your French girls. I really like it. That's a completely different painting. There's our cover art. Is her eye gonna pop out? That's awesome. If this was an animation, you'd see her like her head separate, like her neck separate, and her head just fall off. That'd be cool. And somehow his smock was stayed completely white throughout. Now we get to the money stuff. I hate those insert shots that they're gonna put in. It's such a cheap way to do it, but it's also like shocking, just the change in camera distance. It's so cheap. I hated that for Cat in the Brain. For Fulci in general, but most recent one I watched was Cat in the Brain. Those old school crunchy Japanese sound effects, the fucking samurai sword or like the, I don't know, like the kaiju strike sound. Different era. It's amazing how much of a visceral experience like sound design creates in terms of your relationship with the movie. Something like those cutting sounds sounding like they're from the 80s will immediately divorce you from like a visceral reaction to a movie. I mean, it depends, but whatever. But for me, it's something that immediately takes me out and like transports me to a different era. And this is just like another anatomical thing. If she had already died, she wouldn't be spurting blood like this because her heart's not pumping anymore. Where is the reality in my guinea pig series about abducting a mermaid and using her blood and pus to paint a portrait? I'm just asking questions. Mermaids can't be black. Fish can't be black. How is a mermaid Japanese? It's his wife that left him. So is it a mermaid? Was it the mermaid? Is it maybe his wife? We see no fish apparatus. Perhaps it was his wife that he murdered. Yeah, that's a human body. Ah, with his unborn child. Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to lead back to that.
捜査結果報告。検視の所見により本バラバラ事件の被害者は画家の妻と断定。妊娠8ヶ月で胃がんの末期症状にあり、全身に転移が見られた。
Ooh, and there's the fish scale there
なお、
too.
胎児はすでに体内で死亡していたと
That's
推定され
interesting.
る。
That's interesting.
しかし画家はここに至っても人魚を殺したと言い続ける。精神鑑定の結果、精神分裂症と診断、即日入院。
Okay, so then how do they explain the giant fish scale?
ただ、バスタブに残された1枚の鱗については、日本魚類研究所の鑑定をもってしても、いかなる魚類のものか特定できず、未だに謎のままである。
It means he's a gay fish. Cool. I felt nothing. Thank you, 21st Century, for desensitizing me to anything related to gore in the previous years, the previous centuries. Cool. That was Mermaid in a Manhole, Guinea Pig series. Once again, like, I guess out of curiosity, I could check out the other ones, especially since this one, like, left me feel like absolutely nothing. But also, there's, like, no artistic value to these, so I'm even less interested in checking out the others now, other than morbid curiosity. But yeah, that's Mermaid in a Manhole. That's the Guinea Pig series. If you've seen any of these, if you're interested in the other ones, let me know about them. I know there's other shock series out there. I'm really not interested. They're fucking difficult to monetize on this channel. Yeah, I know about like the Gore Vomit trilogy or whatever. It's fine. But if you have something that you want to recommend me, go ahead. And until next time, keep watching good movies.